Greetings everyone, slizzle466 here, and in today's video we're going to be looking at my top 5 cards for the upcoming Saviors of Uldum expansion. If you watch until the end of the video, you'll also see my Twitter community's top 5 cards for the upcoming expansion. At number 5, I have Octosari. It's an 8 mana 8/8 beast, death rattle, draw 8 cards. I think there are some crazy combos that you could pull off with this card. I think of things like getting this off Geppetto, or discounting it with Luna's Pocket Galaxy, and even like Treachery Warlock to give it to my opponent to mill them for a bunch of cards. It's just a really cool card, and it's also a beast, which means if you're playing Hunter and you're playing Ram Wrangler, you can pull this off Ram Wrangler, which is hilarious. So I'm very hyped for this card. At number 4, we have Activate the Obelisk, the new priest quest. For this quest, you've got to restore 15 health. Your reward is Obelisk's Eye, which is a 2 mana hero power that restores 3 health, and if you target a minion, give it +3/+3. I think this is an excellent card to see in a mid-range Dragon Priest, even a Mind Blast Priest, because you typically don't do anything on turn 1 on those decks, and the value you generate and the ease of completing this quest is quite simple, so I feel like this is a really good card to see play in a mid-range Dragon Priest. At number 3, we have Hunter's Pack. Hunter's Pack is one of these Swiss Army cards. We've seen these with Druid with Ultimate Infestation. We've seen it in Rogue with Raiding Party, which ended up getting nerfed because it was so powerful. So a Hunter's Pack gives you a random Hunter Beast, a secret, and a weapon to your hand. Most Hunter Beasts are pretty decent, most secrets are pretty decent, and most weapons are pretty decent. So this is just an overall value card, and I'm really happy that Hunter gets this to use, especially in a more of a mid-range deck. Maybe Control Hunter is going to be a thing. We'll see how things go with that, but definitely mid-range Hunter is a very good place for this card to exist in. At number 2, we have Totemic Surge. This is a horrendously powerful card. It's a 0 mana spell, give you totems +2 attack. So basically, even Shaman is kind of getting a very cheap Savage Raw. A lot of the time with Even Shaman, especially late in the game, you've run out of fuel, you've just got a board full of useless totems, and you're just kind of hoping to draw your late game threats. Totemic Surge just lets you have that extra burst for lethal. It can completely surprise your opponent, catch them off guard, and maybe not even just an Even Shaman, maybe just in Aggro Shaman, this would be really good. Maybe Flame Tongue Totem comes back, though it is 3 mana, so maybe not, but this card is ridiculous, and I'm very happy it exists. And at number 1, I've got Puzzle Box of Yogg Saron. Back in the day, when Yogg wasn't nerfed, I used to love just jamming Yogg in all my decks. Specifically, Tempo Mage I had the most fun, but I was pretty upset when the card got nerfed that Yogg could kill itself and you lose all the spell effects. So the fact that this card gives you a guaranteed 10 random spells is a really big deal. I definitely would play this in a Tempo Secret Mage. I would be more than happy to discover it, have it randomly generated. I'm just happy this card exists. And it's an epic, which means I can run 2 of them, which is very exciting for me. So this card is my number 1 pick, day 1 craft, if I don't open it in a pack. Now we move on to the community picks. So I ran a giveaway on Twitter where I asked my community to let me know your top 5 cards for the upcoming expansion. And after compiling the results, this is what we saw. So at number 5, we have Elise the Enlightened, 5 mana 5/5 battle cry. If your deck has no duplicates, duplicate your hand. So there are a lot of ridiculous combos that this enables. One of my favorite combos that I can think of is you've got a couple naturalizers, Coldlight Oracles in your hand, you duplicate those, and then you mill your opponent for a horrendous amount of cards. That's just one example of a combo, but this card is like endless opportunities. Really excited to see what people are going to come up with this card. At number 4, we have Overflow, 7 mana spell, restore 5 health to all characters, draw 5 cards. Now, I kind of underrated this when I reviewed it. People are really, really hyped about this card though. I don't know if it's better than Ultimate Infestation, and I don't know if we run it side by side with the card. I always think of cards like Sprint in Rogue. So, you know, Sprint in Rogue, 7 mana, draw 4 cards. No one runs that card. Druid's a different story though, because Druid's more of a slower deck. You can ramp into this card. It can help you draw into your combos if you're running like some sort of combo Druid. But the card does seem really strong. I feel like you really have to test it to see, is it actually going to be any good? At number 3, Twitter has Dino Tamer Bran, 7 mana 2/4, battle cry, if your deck has no duplicates, summon King Crush. I'm really happy that they kept the stats at 2/4, like the the original Bran Bronzebeard. And I can see how people are hyped about this card, because pretty much every expansion, a lot of people are really hyped to try and get Control Hunter to work, or Reno Hunter to work. And finally, Reno Hunter gets support. And that's a big deal. So this is really exciting to have. Getting King Crush is crazy. Do you still run King Crush in your deck? Probably. It's just, this deck opens up the possibility for Reno Hunter, which is really fun. Next up, we have Sir Finley of the Sands, 2 mana 2/3, battle cry, if your deck has no duplicates, discover an upgraded hero power. It's a Murloc. Now you notice that the stats are not the original Sir Finley stats. It's a 2/3, not a 1/3. The reason for that is it's very easy for a paladin to tutor a 1 attack minion. So this is just to get rid of any degenerate combos, because as we all know, upgraded hero powers are really powerful. They're so powerful that Baku and Gen got Hall of Famed early just because of how oppressive they were. So this card is gonna see play in some sort of aggro paladin, Murloc paladin even. This card's ridiculous, and I can see why people are really excited for it to try it out. And the number 1 card, according to my Twitter community, is Bees. So this is a 3 mana spell for Druid. Choose a minion, summon 4 1/1 bees that attack it. It seems kind of weird, but this card opens up a horrendous amount of possibilities. There are combos where you can do thousands of damage with this card if you can pull it off with an Emperor Tick. I'm sure you've seen some of the posts on Reddit. I'll be making a video about it later on, but this card is ridiculous, super fun, and people love their combo decks, and this is one of those cards that lets people do that. So I want to thank you for taking the time to watching this video today. If you want to support the channel, the subscribe button is right below, as well as the notification bell to know when a video goes live. And until next time, I hope to see you again.